everyone, it's James. Today I am going to make something which I absolutely adore. Chicken wings. They're such a nice little sweet, spicy, sour snack. I love them so much. Are they a main meal? I wouldn't say they're a main meal, unless you have about 15 of them, which I'm going to do today. There was this place in Peckham Levels called Drums and Flats. I think they're out in Wembley now at Box Park. Their wings were, they were just something else. They were so good. So I've been trying to sort of recreate them as much as I can. I mean, I'm not going to be able to recreate them. This recipe for chicken wings, it involves a dry rub, which you should most definitely be doing to all of your sort of meats like this. Dry rubbing your meat, always. Get flavour. But then we're going to make a little sauce to go with it. And you can use that sauce either as like a little dipping sauce, or you can do what I'm going to show you in a minute. It will change the way you eat chicken wings. So join me now as I'm making wings.
The first thing we've got to do is get our dry rub together. You'll need 3 tablespoons of sugar. I only had caster, but I find that brown sugar actually works better. 2 tablespoons of salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of chilli powder. Finally, a decent old crack of fresh black pepper. Then give it all a mix up. Collaborate the talent. Then add another teaspoon of chilli because you think that there's probably not going to be enough heat in that. And then pop that to the side. Next up, we'll prep the chicken wings. You want to try and remove as much excess water as you can. If there's one thing that Chris Packham taught me, if those wings are wet, they ain't going to fly. I don't think he's ever actually said that. Take a piece of kitchen roll, lie it out on your work surface, pop the wings on, and then dab them dry with another piece of kitchen roll. And then pop them all into a bowl. You can now start adding your dry rub. Sprinkle a little of it over the wings, then get your hands in there and give it a damn good, rub. Once you've rubbed the first batch in, then sprinkle in a little more. You want to get as much of the skin covered as possible. Stick some cling film over the bowl and leave it to do its thing for at least 4 hours, but preferably overnight. It's the next day and it's time to make a cheeky sauce for our wings. Get a pan, put it on a medium-high heat, add a little oil and let that heat up. Next up, get a chopped onion in and let that soften. If it gets a bit brown, that's fine. We're looking for some caramelisation here. Once that's had a bit of time to cook down, we're going in with half a fresh chilli, finely chopped, and 4 cloves of garlic, also finely chopped. Remember when we held back a bit of that rub? Get that in there as well. I mean, that's all your seasoning already done for you. Once they all start smelling good, you're going in with 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. If it's looking a little hot and cooking too quick, take it off the heat for a minute. Then to add some acidity, we're going in with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Meant to be good for you, apparently. Then we're getting some sweetness in there. 3 tablespoons of honey. And finally, to give the sauce some decent legs, get about 6 tablespoons of ketchup in there. And let it all cook out. While that's cooking, let's have a little cheeky listen. See what banging tunes I've got on the playlist this week. What took me all night, Emma? The dry rub, dehydrating them wings. So now you're going to be left with a beautiful, sticky, tangy, spicy sauce. Just leave this on one of your back burners on the hob. You can take it off the heat. It doesn't really need to be boiling or simmering away. Let's retrieve our wings, which, as Emma Bunton helped us establish, have been dehydrating all night. And we're going to get them ready for the oven. Top tip coming at you, if you're cooking your wings in the oven, put them on a wire rack. The hot air will be able to get all the way around the wing. They'll cook evenly and they won't stick to the baking tray. Get them in the oven at about 190 or gas mark 7 and give them about 20 minutes on their initial cook. See, this is where things are going to start getting interesting. Do you like painting? You know you do. You're going to have to paint your wings with the sauce. Dip a silicone brush like this into your sauce and be generous, no one likes a stingy painter. Liberally coat your wings with the sticky sauce and then get them back in the oven. Give that sauce about 5 minutes to caramelise onto the wing and then back out. We're double dipping those sons of bitches. Back in the oven for another 5 minutes and then the last coat's going on the flip side. So turn them over, get their naked little booties out and give them a good lathering of sauce. Ew, that wasn't pleasant. A few sesame seeds sprinkled over the top is going to make it look even more enticing.
There you have it. Look at these beauties. They've got that sweetness from the honey and the sugar in the dry rub, spiciness from the chili that we've got in there, both in chili powder and the actual fresh chili in the sauce, sour from the apple cider vinegar, also the soy gives it that sort of umami, classic word there, umami.
It's umami.
Umami?
Umami.
Umami?
Yeah.
It's umami. How you doing? It's umami. Oh man, that's so good. And there's about 8 in this pot and I'm about to go and sit and eat all of them. But let's give one a little nibble now on here. I'd ask Ruth if she wants to come and try one, but she'll spit in my face. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends, share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. Amused Bouche, coming at you. See you later.